good afternoon everyone. Today's my talk I would like to present Waiting for Godot as a philosophical context. Next slide. First of all, we can see about Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot is written by Samuel Beckett. Waiting for Godot is an absurd play, and there is no one female character. No one female character. Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot is an absurd play. Next slide there. Next. Now we can see Waiting for Godot philosophical context. In term, in terms of 20th century secular philosophy, Waiting for Godot seems particularly congruent with the trends of existentialism which gained popularity in the decades following World War II. And at least to the mid-19th century, in the writing of philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche and the fiction for Fyodor Dostoevsky, its foremost 20th century proponent was Jean-Paul Sartre, and whose Major Being and Nothingness was published in 1943 in France, and his translate into published into English in 1956. Next slide there. Therefore, no persists spiritual realm, no soul, no God, no cosmic compassion for, for or interesting in human life, no afterlife, no eternal life, no heaven, no hell, no everlasting rewards or punishment for earthly deeds, no transcendence of worldly existence, no cosmic mental erective, no angels and devils lying for human elegance, no divine will, no salvation, no redemption, no present destiny, no inevitable fate, or no revealed truth. All of that is simply human invention, or as Nietzsche termed it, superstition. Next slide, please. In Waiting for Godot, characters have, however, precisely the probabilities that that remains that are uncertain. The deceives action that is impossible itself in action, and their will that remains paralyzed. The satire, however, existentialism cannot be taken for a philosophy of quietism, since it defines man in terms of action, not for a pessimistic determination of man, for man's destiny is within himself. The best concise introductory explanation of Sartre's doctrine is his essay now titled The Humanism of Existentialism. And in Beckett's play are to be found in Vladimir's admission of multiple uncertainties. Next slide there. In the last conclude is that their purpose is futile, that Godot will never come, or that they continue unreasonably and implicitly to hope, to wait, and idly pass the time. Waiting for Godot on existence play tend to assume Godot does not absolutely exist, he will never come for the simple reason. In this view, we can say that the play's many Christian allusions are little more than shades of culture. Next slide there. Notwithstanding the striking congruence between Sartre's philosophy and Beckett's play, to read Waiting for Godot as nothing more than a dramatic illustration of Sartre's thesis is no less reductive and simplistic allegory. And in 1937, Samuel Beckett was asked into a wrote down whether he was a Christian, a Jew, or an atheist. Beckett's character, non-knowers and non-caners. Next slide, please. Beckett characters non-knowers and non-caners. Their concerns are for more mundane hurting feet, lapsing memories, and the scarcity of carrots and appointment with the unknown Godot. In Waiting for Godot, existential issues are unmistakably present, and they are no less the subject of skepticism and humor than the prescription of Christianity. Next slide. Here is my reference. And next slide.